What's funny?
And it was her Jett who said that, actually.
Sensei's my biggest
Oh, now I remember. Her Jett, Sensei, Sen Jett, Hersei.
Here we are with the Hersei to begin with.
His character's Hersei. Very good.
Both of them, to be honest.
Objection, Hersei.
We're
going way back.
We're starting
no! And we're going way back to the blast zone is LemonTea right now. Straight up, no angle on that Wolf up B right there. That's not how you want to start loser's quarters right now. Definitely not. Especially not against Snake. Now you got to fight in the obstacle course. You got to go all the way around. Especially with a character like Wolf. Yeah, you got the Transcendent Laser. You could just pop shot that away, you know, like when you're far enough away. But when you're already down an entire stock and you got to mount the comeback, it's crazy. But the Mortal Kombat Fatality F Smash is going to be one way to do it. With only 42% stacked on to LemonTea right now. Sensei looking pretty poised. But now neutral is reset. Right back to Tri-State Stadium again.
Yeah, and we're probably going to be here for as long as both of these two ban some hard counter picks like Smash Bros. Or Battlefield or some small Battlefield stages of the like. And Sensei both of these two just end up getting so much off of prolonged neutral, the survivability on this stage, and need I say more about Snake's survivability, not to mention the damage output. Oh, that short hop from LemonTea was so nice. But can you finish the stock here? I love that early eject from Sensei. Just get to ledge and get out of that vortex as soon as possible.
And I really like that. Patience coming out from Sensei to be able to make it back. A little bit too much patience on the part of LemonTea, I feel like, waiting to get that back air instead. I mean, he ran out of stage to be able to get a true one off of the forward air. Not to mention that's a ridiculously hard combo to get in the first place. Like, that's kind of like that CDK lab stuff that I feel like not enough Wolf players are really doing nowadays. But hey, Haagen-Dazs up smash scoop, that's what every Wolf player is doing instead. Good wake-up option. Now stock's 2-1 in the favor of LemonTea right now.
Not for much longer if this Nikita manages to land. Wow, the reflector was so well timed to deactivate the Nikita, but not enough ledge invulnerability to power through both of those up smashes yet. The extension is there, the air dodge read on top of it, and can LemonTea finish his food with something like a forward tilt? Not quite. Now Sensei gets a chance to own up the ledge trapping game, but not against a player and a character as fast as LemonTea. Makes decisions in a snap and gets back to center stage just as quickly.
He got all that damage off of a Sakurai shine.
Yeah. Also, almost getting the shine in order to close out the stock with the reflected grenade. The thrown back grenade, rather.
Cypher coming in clutch for his boy right there, though. Actually forgetting about the C4 right on top of him. Going to eat a little damage, but it's going to be a neutral exchange, and he's going to need a lot more damage if he wants any chance at being able to make this back. Don't mess around off level, man. You don't want to mess around with a Snake player when he's desperate. You'll go that forward air right the distance when you need him to, but speaking of distance, the Charlie Brown dash attack going to do it for LemonTea right there. I was going to say, after eating that Nikita, whatever you do, do not retreat too far back off of the stage right there, because when a Snake is down, they actually start to think like a Foxhound agent. They start to think like a secret agent. Like, I'm down, I'm about to die, I just got to go in. Never mess with a Snake when they're down that much, man. They'll go for forward airs in all sorts of crazy situations. You guys have watched enough AK. You know what this guy can do off the level as well as on it. And LemonTea played that very smart in the end right there. It was a beautiful way to DI in off of that Nikita right there to ensure they didn't get launched off the level. As a result, they took the first game.
Yeah, I mean, as the old adage goes, a cornered rat will bite the cat, but we'll see if that ends up holding true for the remainder of this set as LemonTea is up that first game.
Yeah, does a cornered wolf eat the Snake?
Maybe a cornered Snake might bite the wolf.
Yeah, because I think her Jett is definitely hearing the whistle of death right now after losing that game 1 from the wolf. We'll do it. It'll be copyrighted. References. Hey.
I was hard key about to whistle straight into the mic. I was like, wait, that's a bad
watched you.
That's a bad idea.
I looked at your face the whole time.
It's a bad idea.
I'll do it later.
Well,
literally get off stream.
Yeah.
Please go see Puss in Boots. Anyway.
Not into the microphone, man. Straight
not for Nick. Yo, not for Nick. Not for the viewers at home.
Yeah,
please go see Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. It was incredible. Anyway. Yeah.
Oh, that down. Yeah,
good coverage too. If that tech roll was a little bit closer, he actually would have been perfectly timed for the second hit.
Yeah, the spacing was super good on the part of LemonTea just to make sure that the front hit was gotten, even with the tech roll in, but Snake's tech roll is a little bit sluggish, trying to find the conversion off of that C4. Nothing doing there, though.
In a game where jump squat is universal, among other things that they made with characters.
With one exception.
With one exception, yes, thank you. I forgot about him, thank you. Funny, how did I forget about him? It's funny when, like that stuff like tech rolls are not universal.
Yes, right.
You know what I mean? Because like you think about like, okay, we made like some of these like not invulnerable, these defensive options not equal, but then jump squat is all equal. It really makes for like an interesting type of meta, especially in a game where like environmental collision boxes clash into each other since you can't run through each other no more. It really creates like a very interesting like set of circumstances for sure, because you think of Bowser and the neutral monster that he is, but then like his tech rolls, my god, like you could just like hit him for free for those. And Snake able to eat some for the dust right there, but as I've been talking about that, we've already had a lot of damage tacked onto both players right now, and it's looking like one of these stocks is going to be gone relatively soon if a Charlie Brown dash attack comes out again, and you see him go for it right there actually, but the grenade saving her Jett's bacon once again.
Yet another full hop empty land. All of these empty lands on the part of LemonTea, but you see the Snake go low, and you need to punish him. You need to find ways to close out stocks there, whether it be by going deep or pressuring at the ledge. 175 though, this is just one grab for Sensei, but instead it's a LemonTea that takes the challenge, goes straight in for that grab, and is able to get 70 off of it, and climbing here, Nintunis. The risky play paying off in just so much dividends. Finally, that stock is able to drop thanks to that forward tilt from center stage. But Sensei in the same position as he was in game one. You're down a whole lot of damage in a fresh stock up against LemonTea, but you're just not able to find the momentum, especially with that back throw dash attack not getting the strong hit. Now Sensei looking to his phone a little bit and trying to consider if he should counterpick.
No, he's not. I don't know if you looked away. He did this with the finger.
Oh, he missed? I totally missed that.
Did this right with the finger. Run it back. Run it back, baby.
Super.
I messed up. Has nothing to do with the stage. I can adapt to you. This is what we're going to be doing. Oh, I can adapt on the character select screen instead.
CSS, bro.
The CSS character, the CSS counter pick. I like it. I like it. We got the Aegis coming out. Definitely among the more meta-relevant characters in this game right now for sure. Highly represented by MK Leo and Spargo, of course, and also down here locally by her Jett, aka the artist formerly known as Sensei, and also still commonly known as Sensei because we call him that a million times on stream as well. So it's basically not even formerly known. But either way, the Aegis is out, so it might as well be a new tag. How do you feel about this counter pick, Google?
I think it makes sense from a, like, your Snake was getting very, very hard adapted to in a, when it came to like, grenade timings and disruption kind of metagame. So like just trying to do something different makes sense. I'm not sure if I would prefer the Aegis over something like the Zero Suit, which I saw Sensei playing a little bit earlier in one of his earlier rounds. Just depends on what's in more practice, but it seems like LemonTea has just been dialed in, like especially with his placement at Failsafe yesterday, doing super, super well, getting 9th. Like LemonTea has just looked like he's been slowly but surely getting back into old form, and we might have finally reached that peak, if not better.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that for sure. Taking good advantage of the foresight right there against the transcendent laser projectile. And not to mention the fact that, like, you know, he's also just like a fast faller as well. So if you're actually able to get Wolf in disadvantage with Mythra, that should be a lot of damage. I mean, right now he's kind of at that sort of like perfect percent where he's like at 53. You really got to like start spacing things a little bit better with Mythra to be able to just get that like sort of disadvantageous combo flow going. But now he seems a lot more focused on the ledge trapping and getting him off the level instead, as we see with the Pyra being out instead. Trying to get him killed off the side once again with the neutral air, and now you know that Pyra is probably going to be staying out this time around. 96% on favor of the Wolf. You know he wants him to hear that whistle instead, Uble.
I'm always just watching Sensei press very, very few buttons when it comes to this Mythra. The Pyra makes sense. Like, you can't press a ton of buttons. Instead, you're focusing on range and raw knockback. But this Mythra has we've not seen a ton of these frame traps. We've not seen a ton of much that makes Mythra so strong, and that roll was so scouted on the regrab there from LemonTea, and then just getting right back into the blender. The challenge was there. Down air. Just missing.
Truthfully, no reason to commit there. I can understand, you know, like wanting to go for stuff like that. Sometimes when you're up a stock, you can afford to, you know, so it just really depends on like the player's personal conundrums of philosophy. But at the same time, you know, when you're up, you could just pretty much do whatever you want at that point. But as a result, he wound up eating a lot of damage because of it. Hopefully for LemonTea, it does not cost him the game as the insurance tax on the part of her Jett once again. But it is already like lapped in percent on the favor of LemonTea right now, who's holding a solid neutral back air over and over again, stuck on the Pyra, not wanting to switch as avoiding a dash attack is crucial right here for her Jett to avoid dying off the top right now. That Pyra might be staying out to take this stock, but whether we even go back to the Mythra afterwards to get that damage might not matter. Oh, that was so clutch.
Just able to make it back, but yet another double jump from off stage. So one of the biggest things about Sensei Snake, right, is that it has a lot more flexibility in his setup, and he's very much aware of the weakness